There has simply never been a better time to be a TV show fan. This week is kicking off one of the best stretches in 2026. I'm here to break down all of the shows releasing this week that are releasing new episodes and some that have already been releasing episodes, but I'm here to tell you about them. Welcome to Fun Watch. Get those Monday blues right out of here, because now we have releasing every Monday Maul Shadow Lord. Maul Shadow Lord is created by Dave Filoni. Yes, the creator and runner of Star Wars right now after the departure of Kathleen Kennedy. Previously created the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, and is currently shooting season 2 of Ahsoka, which is one of my top tier shows on Disney+. Maul Shadow Lord is this gritty story taking place right after where we left Maul at the end of Clone Wars. He's completely disrupted the flow of the underbelly in the Star Wars universe, but he's Darth Maul. What comes next? When Darth Maul pops up and they play the Duel of the Fates in the background, how can you not but say, fuck yeah. Tuesday, you have Daredevil Born Again. Is the MCU back? It's back in Daredevil Born Again. See, they've been able to carve out this awesome sector of the Marvel Universe taking place in New York City. Now, New York City is the busiest spot for superhero traffic. I mean, we've had the Avengers there. More recently, we've had the Thunderbolts. Half of New York City got wiped out by the Shadow Creature. I mean, New York City is suffering in the MCU. But Daredevil Born Again keeps that contained. It's also created by Benson and Moorhead. The gentlemen who I mentioned have been up and coming throughout the MCU. Trust in that. All right, now Wednesday's a triple header, so bear with me on this one. Kicking it off, we have The Boys, the final season releasing on Amazon Prime. This is it. How does Butcher finally take down Homelander? It's been an awesome series run so far, and I'm so excited to see how it concludes. I also think it's concluding at the perfect time. We're releasing Gen V. They just got done with that season. They also have another prequel season coming out with Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy played by Jensen Ackles. He's one of my favorite characters to pop up in one season, so I can't wait to see that. And the Boys storyline, it's time to finish it up. Let's get that done, and let's get on to some of these other storylines in the Boys universe. All right, taking a little break on Wednesdays. I like to split up my triple features. So next we have Shrinking on Apple TV. One of Harrison Ford's best performances right now. It's also probably his realest performance. He puts on an absolute clinic throughout the show. It's one of those feel-good comedies like Ted Lasso, a show I'm going to mention later, Rooster, where it has these awesome, deep storyline threads filled with comedy. It's about therapists telling you that even though therapists seem to have it all figured out, they simply do not. 30-minute episodes right on Apple TV. Apple TV's cooking. We got some more from them coming up. All right, the third one, and probably my favorite one right now of all of these shows, Invincible. We are 5 episodes deep, and I'll tell you, we just had one of the best episodes to release on the show ever. This show's on Prime Video, and it is a certified banger. It's stakes in action and violence. Can't help but look away, and also you can't wait for that next Wednesday. All right, Thursday, you get to breathe for a minute. Watch a movie, play some video games. On Friday, we have 3 shows releasing, all Apple TV exclusive. First one, Monarch Legacy of the Monsters. Now, please don't leave this video, because I know the Monsterverse has been a bit chaotic. Like, we just had King Kong suplexing Godzilla at the pyramids. I understand we've gotten a little crazy, but what Monarch Legacy of the Monsters is able to do, able to contain the story, ground it in the reality of the Monsterverse. They have all these titans running around. What does that mean for private companies? What does that mean for the general public? Monarch is answering these questions in this time-bending adventure story. It's throw it on and tell me what you think in the comments, because I've had an absolute blast. I am so curious what the budget of this show is. It seems like every episode has to be a minimum of $200 million. I don't see how they're completing it for any less, and please don't stop, Apple, because it's a great show. Next, you have Your Friends and Neighbors. You ever heard of this little actor, Jon Hamm, aka Don Draper? Well, he's back in his first lead role since Mad Men. He's popped up in various things like The Morning Show, Landman, but he has not had a true lead role since Mad Men. Now he's back, playing this rich guy, and the rich storyline, breaking down the rich folk. That's kind of tiresome. We had that in Succession, and it seems like since Succession, there's just been a non-stop releasing, breaking down rich people. But this story, it's got Jon Hamm, and that's the difference maker. The guy is so charming, you can't stop watching him perform. And not to mention, there's an awesome lead cast around him. It's releasing every Friday on Apple TV. I highly recommend. How can you not love Jon Hamm? One of my favorite Apple TV shows, period, For All Mankind. And this show follows the alternate history of the United States. What if we lost to Russia in the space race? The catalyst from that loss changes our entire history. So cool, the passion and respect for history that the For All Mankind creators have. Every season is a 10-year time jump. In between that, it's really cool. They have these featurettes on Apple TV. They catch you up with news documents, what's happened in that past 10 years. But they play with history in such a fun way, introducing real people even into the storyline of For All Mankind. I highly recommend this if you're a history buff, because it has so much fun with what actually happened compared to what's happened in the universe. It's simply a fun watch, especially right now with everybody falling back in love with space, following Artemis 2, loving Project Hail Mary. I would jump into For All Mankind right now if those two things I just mentioned you have been following along with. All right, to cap this all off, now Sundays on HBO Max there are two shows releasing, one at 9, one at 10, just like they were doing for Industry and Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I don't mess around with the DTF show. It never caught my attention, so I can't speak on that. But the show at 10 o'clock, Rooster, starring Steve Carell, is fantastic. You know what you're getting from Steve Carell. Getting that dry humor. He's probably fucked something up, but yet it works. Set at a college where he's teaching this professor that had a very successful career as an author. It's Steve Carell. You know what you're getting, and it works every time. All right, tell me what you thought of all those shows. Are there any I'm missing that you're possibly watching? Industry right now is just simply producing products. And this week, if you're a nerd, a book reader, a fan of just television, you are feasting. Tell me what you're watching, and I'll join you on the next one. Thanks for coming to Fun Watch.